Okay, I just finished installing for a dual battery setup using the Optima Yellow tops. I'm doing dual battery with the Optimas on both sides. My solution was to use these KnuKonceptz battery terminals. They seem to work best for at least having this recessed area here and allow me to add accessories. This is to the starter and also the main electrical, which goes through this 175 amp back here, which is all OEM, and that goes over to the fuse box and controls the ECM, etc. This fuse goes to the starter, and this is supplemental energy coming from the alternator, which is a Mechman 250. And their suggestion, Mechman, was to do supplemental with the 0 gauge coming over here and up to the battery and leaving everything else OEM. This is the OEM starter cable, which is the 4 gauge, goes back over here to where the 175 amp. That's all OEM. All the OEM stayed in place. I did upgrade the ground wire. Went from the 4 gauge to the 1/0 gauge and just went back here to the original block mounting point for the ground. And there is also the 8 gauge wire back there which goes down to the chassis. That stayed the same. So my idea is I have accessories over here. I'm going to be taking off these accessories and putting them over onto the second battery. These are the winch and the light bar, and I was having a problem with the light bar draining this battery, so I'm going to be moving over here to a switch controller off of that battery. 2 300 amp fuses, and I got the 300 amp fuses because that's a 250 amp alternator. And that was also suggested by Mechman to use that. These are KnuKonceptz water resistant fuse holders, and this piece of, or this mounting bracket here, I made out just a 1/4 inch ABS plastic, which I had cut and then heated it up to bend it into shape, which is holding these 2 fuses up and out of the way instead of being unclean and just laying down on hoses and stuff. Zip tied it up against the firewall, and coming back over here I have a 500 amp relay, which only comes on when I turn on the key, which also has a 12 volt ignition on here, and then back to ground over there. So when I turn the key on, the relay does click. It's loud, but that opens this circuit up, so the energy from the battery and the alternator is coming back over here to charge this battery. And there's also another 300 amp fuse down here that comes off that relay, so the battery's protected over here and it's protected over there, or the wires near the battery. Okay, the ground just went off the block right here and just made it directly to the battery, second battery. And that's my dual battery setup.